Hello there.
Miriam.
Hello.
Great.
Sorry, I thought you were going to call me, and I was closed my window. So sorry.
Not at all.
But I was here all the time.
Well, no pressure, but you are the wrapper up of our presentations. But I have to say, your engagement throughout the process, throughout the program, it's knowing right from the start you wouldn't be able to be here in person, but it's great to have you virtually here. So, Miriam, over to you.
Thank you, Alex. So we are at Lemobs, GovTech that develops impact solutions for cities. And next, please. We believe schools should be a priority in the effort of reducing food waste and decrease world hunger. I think all the panelists and the speakers before make it very clear how important it is, which make my business here even easier. Well, as you see, many countries have already school feeding programs, and almost 400 million children are attended by them. Next, please. Our solution uses automation and an intelligent assistant to help schools manage their feeding programs. The goal is to improve the quality of student diets, reduce food waste, and environmental impact. This has direct effects in SDGs: zero hunger, good health, quality education, and responsible consumption. Next, please. Our concern is with these huge numbers that food security has been increasing and has gotten even worse during the COVID-19 pandemic. Millions of children are suffering from both chronic malnutrition and obesity, showing a serious need for nutritional adequacy. Eating a healthy meal remains unaffordable for billions of people. School food matters immensely for many families because it may be the only way their children can get proper food. To compound this situation, as you all know, and you have seen all the numbers, food waste has a huge environmental, social, and economic impact. In the case of Brazil, next please. In the case of Brazil, we have this huge Brazilian school feeding system that provides 50 million meals per day. Municipalities receive a total of $1 billion US. Next, please. However, part of these resources sadly never reaches the children, either because of poor management or food waste. This is even more serious issue, especially now, considering that we have more than 20 million people facing hunger, again in Brazil, and 100 million that are dealing with food insecurity. Our main motivation in all of this, developing this solution, was exactly to change this reality somehow with the help of technology. The next one, please. And here we have an example of a municipality that uses our solution in its 64 schools, including indigenous and quilombola schools. Principals, nutritionists, and managers have access to countless types of relevant information that makes their work easier. Next, please. The automation helps create menus that will meet nutritional needs according to the age and food restriction of the students of each school. And it also considers the seasons for fresh produce, as well as recipes that helps cultural and regional, that respects cultural and regional differences, which is a lot considering the size of Brazil and all the regional difference. Next, please. The thing of monitoring child development is very important, of course, in determining the nutritional adequacy of school meals. And our app registers the height and weight of children and any other special health issues like allergies or diabetes that could be important. And this data all integrates with the child's medical records. Next, please. A fun aspect of our solution is that children can evaluate their meals using a scoring app. This is they like it to begin with, and it also helps staff provide meals that will be better accepted, thus also reducing food waste. It may even help uncover the food allergies or intolerances that we couldn't see otherwise. Next, please. We optimize delivery also by controlling stock and food orders. The software manages issues like food expiration dates and food to student ratio. Next, please. One of our main goals is to connect schools and local family farmer production. We do this by identifying what farmers have to offer, the needs of each school, and then generate food orders accordingly. This helps farmers increase revenues for their families, supports local economy, and has a much less environmental impact. The proximity to local farms, to schools, reduces transport time, and this will reduce waste and energy consumption. Next, please. And I'll talk about a little bit about our intelligent assistant that provides many ways for helping managers follow the rules and regulations of local food system programs. In the morning, someone said that Scotland is the most regulated country in terms of school food. I think Brazil is quite there. And so it was the main purpose of our solution also to help with this. I will highlight three of the most important features that we have. And the first one is this automation of menus to considering stock levels, nutritional requirements, and cultural and regional food habits. It also has a recommendation system that will encourage use of healthier products and discourage use of ultra-processed foods. Third, it automates food orders and optimizes food delivery considering the locations of schools and farms. It even includes equivalent tables like non-conventional food plants that farmers may offer to substitute like kale that's not good that week, for instance. Another point to highlight in this thing of the intelligent assistant is the importance of use of data. We integrate with data available in the region or in the country in terms of the students' nutritional aspects. And we also use this data collected that can be analyzed and help meal planning, recipes, database, children health, evaluate procurement rules and markets if they are working or not. And finally, help policymakers make better food system strategies. Next, please. After 2 years of using this solution, attending more than 30,000 students, we have established several impact indicators. I will highlight here the one that says that we have seen that 20% reduction in management mistakes. We will reduce of food waste a lot. Our business model, next one, please. Our business model is software as a service. We provide the tablet with the app, including an internet connection to each student. We are currently looking, next please. We are currently looking for partnerships and funding from international organizations and social investment and corporate venture capital to replicate this model in other municipalities and also countries. We will launch a free version of the solution, and we hope that this will help immediately these managers to use some of this intelligence to get better food for the students and also purchase more from family farmers. Next, please. Additionally, we are looking expanding our services to hospital, child homes. We think that these facilities can also benefit from matching specific nutritional needs with the need of using more local food production. Well, this is our team. We are very proud of being a very diverse group of 70 people. Many of them holds master's and doctorate degree, focused on innovation and technology. Next, please. Finally, as we are the last ones here, I would like to extend all my thanks to all the CivTech Alliance teams in the name of Alex, Catherine, Flo from CivTech, and Sylvia and Guilherme from Brazil, who made this amazing journey possible. We could see that the immense effort that each country invested in putting up those brilliant sections. We have learned a lot from all of you, no doubt. We are now even more motivated to pursue the challenges of developing sustainable social impact solutions that hopefully will help ensure a better future for our planet and our children. So thank you very much for this incredible opportunity, and I will be more than happy to answer any question you may have. Thank you.
Miriam, that's great. Thank you so much, and thank you for your kind words about the program teams and the central team. It's been a joy to work and get to know with all the companies and really come together as programs. Just to get, well, has anyone got any questions before I fire in with a couple? So there's a lot of our programs were set up to solve the challenge of working around the procurements and working with kind of municipalities, local governments, central governments. How did you find working with the local municipalities? Did they get it, or did you have to really help educate them to adopt the solution?
Well, I think it has two parts of this answer. The first one is that the people that work with school food, they very quickly understand the importance of this type of tools that can help them, especially the nutritionists that are responsible in Brazil. It is obliged that you have a nutritionist, at least one, to make these menus for schools. So this is an advantage in the sense that they are very keen to use this type of tool. That's why we are launching this free version so that they can use it right away and help with the going back of students to the classrooms after the pandemic. But this is one part of it. The managers also, they understand, but the process of the procurement of this type of innovative solution, it's not easy in Brazil. I think it's not easy anywhere, but there it's what we've experienced. I have even some numbers to give you. Like in the last 3 years, we got 5 contracts with municipalities, and we were speaking to more than 100 municipalities. Most of them, as I said, the people that we are talking to like the idea, but it's very complicated to get to finally contract a solution. And these 5 contracts, it were more than 70 meetings, each one that we had to do. So it's not easy at all, but it's worth. It does worth to see the effect in the schools, especially the thing of getting better food and helping the family farmers have their products purchased. So this is a very good thing to get back from the effort.
Well, I mean, just that the effort required. Yeah, I mean, 70 meetings for 5% of the contracts. Amazing. And yeah, Mattis, you had a question.
In Lithuania, we sometimes go after our work or during lunch while being in office to school to eat kids' food. We pay for it, of course, we don't take it away from them. But this makes me think that Lithuania is probably not a market for you. So my question is, how big is your market and what is your focus in terms of countries, or areas?
Well, this is a very good question. You know that in the beginning of this program, we thought that our markets would be only, I mean, Brazil, that has these huge markets of more than 50,000 municipalities with more than 180,000 schools, so it is a big market already. But we also thought that there are other countries that have similar national school food programs, and all these international aid organizations, they can help. And our national food program is a kind of example for some of them in Latin America and Africa, and so this is a market. But as being listening for all these sessions here in CivTech, I thought that we can approach other markets as well, like in Scotland and even Denmark, that I came to know a little bit more, because they have these efforts, local programs that will have the same idea, that you should get better nutritional food for the children, and at the same time buy it in local markets. Of course, in case of Brazil, we have family farmers that are very poor as well, so we are getting the good part of both. We help them with their income, and at the same time get better food for the children. Here, probably not the case of the farmers, but if you get local markets for the school food, it's great also. And it also is very important to change the mindset of population using the food. And I saw this recognized in many school food systems, like in Germany, they say this in a explicit way. And so the market is bigger than we thought initially. We can talk to those international, like in Europe, that have these initiatives that want to help schools to have a better meal, and this necessarily, I think, has to go to the local suppliers and reduce the supply chain. So, yes, I think it's a big market.
Miriam, thank you very much. And just, your warmth and enthusiasm is just a pleasure to be around, even though you are, 4,500 miles away. But we feel you very much in the room. And so thank you very much for joining us now and wrapping up, being the last of our presentations, and a lovely way to end. So thank you. Please
thank you.
share with Miriam.
Thank you. Thank you very much.